Okay, gotta make a few stops and I will be off on a small adventure. Gonna go do a job, a little bit of a traveling to get there, and don't really know what I'm getting into. So I packed everything plus the kitchen sink, and we're gonna go and do this job, and I will record it, and hopefully I can help somebody with their job. So this is kind of the beginning of the new direction for my channel. If those of you that have followed me for a while, you know that my channel is going to be making a little bit of a new direction. It's going to be involving my daily life, soon to be including raising twin girls as a stay-at-home dad, and trying to fit these projects in also. So we'll see how that goes. This is kind of the beginning of that, and this is a job that is pretty straightforward, I believe, but I did pack for anything. But I think it's pretty straightforward. I think it's a job that a lot of people could use. A lot of people could benefit from knowing how to do this and seeing it done. So let's make a few stops here, and then maybe see a few things along the way, have a little bit of fun, and we'll get to it. So let's go. We're about an hour and 20 minutes out. Really boring ride, but an hour and 20 minutes, we'll be there. Knock on wood, truck's running good. I don't know about the fuel mileage. It seems to be doing good. Not many people on the roads today, so decent ride as far as that goes. Just a really boring ride. This particular road that I'm on is just really wretched. So about an hour and 20 minutes, we should be there. So here we go. Okay, we made it. So 3.5 hours, made it here. Got everything unloaded. Getting ready to see exactly what the job is. It seems like it may have changed a little bit. I'll have to contact them and find out exactly what area they want to do. And I will take you on a tour here. So let's go on a tour right now. Okay, we're going to be doing this area here. We're going to cut the carpet out, pull it out, and replace it with the vinyl flooring. It's a floating floor. So the first thing will be cut this floor out, make sure it's all good and smooth, and stretch the other carpet and get set up for work tomorrow. So let's get with it. Here, and first thing I'm going to do, took the vents out. Next thing I'm going to do is pull the carpet up, starting at one of the edges, one of the corners. Going to pull the carpet back. I don't know exactly whether the closet is going to go yet, so I'm going to hold up a little bit on that. But I'm going to pull the carpet back enough so that I can start pulling up the tack strip. We're going to pull up the tack strip. Then the carpet pad has to come up, and then all the staples have to come out. So I'm going to get started on pulling the carpet up. Now, the homeowner wants to save a big piece of this carpet, so I'm going to cut one big section out for them. And the rest of it I'm going to cut into 1 foot sections, makes it easier to roll up, and usually you can dispose of it that way. So we will get started pulling up this carpet. Now what we're going to do, I'm going to run a piece of strip across this floor, and this section here is going to have vinyl. And that section over there is going to stay carpeted. This is going to be the area that has the work done on it. It's going to be high traffic area, paints, whatever else is going to be in this area. So the homeowner wants to have this area so that it can be waterproof and be able to withstand paints and a lot of usage. So this area is going to be vinyl. That's going to be carpet. I'm going to use a kicker to stretch this carpet out this way and run a strip across it. So I will switch over to the hyperlapse so you can see me move in fast motion. Okay, we're going to start off these jobs by pulling the carpet out. I'm going to release the carpet from the tack strip, and we're going to pull the carpet back. Normally I would cut out 1 foot sections and roll each section up. Makes it much more manageable to handle, get it out of the house. In this case, the homeowner wanted to keep a large section of the carpet, so I just had to release the carpet and cut out the section that they wanted. Now, remember to be very careful if you're not real good with working with a knife like this. Some of my first jobs out working with very expensive white carpet, and I cut my finger to the bone. And I nearly bled all over the white carpet before I got out of the house and got the duct tape wrapped around my fingers to get it to stop. So if you're not real good with a knife, well, either way, just be very careful working with these knives. And the next thing you're going to do is get the carpet, pad out, and that's pretty straightforward. Although if you're going behind somebody that was happy with the staples, that could be an issue. Some people, I don't know what it is, they get paid by the staples. I really think that some people got paid, they were paid by the staples, so they just put 1 million staples in these things. It makes it really hard if you're trying to go down with any other type of floor. Next thing is you have to get all these staples out. Now I found the best thing is a pair of needle nose pliers that have the spring so that they automatically retract back.
either that or a large scraper on a handle. The thing about the scraper is you can, if you're not careful, will tear up the wood floor. This can cause an issue because you can cause it to be unlevel, and that can cause you some issues with putting down your new flooring. So sometimes you have to just get down there with a pair of needle nose, and other times you need to just use a big scraper on a stick. You have to see what works best for you, and inevitably you will find that you miss. On this job, as I put the new flooring down, I found a good 15 or 20 that I missed, and I was very careful at making sure all these were up. So you're going to find some that you miss, and just be ready to pull those up as you apply your new floor. And here I'm just going back, double checking, pulling out more staples. Now remember, this floor requires you must have this floor perfectly clean before you start. Perfectly clean. This floor is so sensitive, a grain of sand under this floor will stop you in your tracks. So keep a vacuum cleaner handy, a shop vac, brooms, whatever it takes, because especially if you're using a floor that is not very good, like this floor that I'm installing on this job, this stuff requires almost surgically clean before you install. Okay, it's 4 a.m. local time. I'm trying to be a little bit quiet. People in the other end of the house still asleep. You can imagine it's very early. It's day 2. I've gotten all my different design planks. Um, got them laid out and stacked in piles. What it is a box of these planks. They come printed, and it's not an actual grain, so it repeats. So you go through the boxes and sort out those different designs and stack them together so that you can, as you're putting them down, you can make sure that you alternate them so you don't ever have two of the same designs coming together. So I've done a little quick run at the front just to see where I'm going to fall on my air registers. So and I started putting my 1/4 inch blocks on the wall to keep me off the wall. Remember, this is a floating floor, so a click lock, and we need to have a 1/4 inch around all of the areas we're going to lock it in with quarter round. And when we are all finished, this floor will be able to expand and contract and move without breaking. So it's bright and early. Let's get started. Now, this floor is a floating floor, so it calls for a 1/4 inch off of all the surrounding walls. So I'm using 1/4 inch spacers. Now, these spacers you can buy individually, or if you buy an installation toolkit, these come in the toolkit. It's a very inexpensive toolkit, I think around $10, and it gets you everything you need to get a start at installing one of these floating floors, one of these vinyl floors. I don't like the spacers. They don't work. They continuously fall. They won't stay in place. I'm sure there's a better design piece than these. These things, they don't work right. The best thing to do would be able to secure these things with nails or something, but then you have holes you got to patch, and I don't know what the answer is for that, but it will get you going. I taped these to the wall. They did keep falling off, but it did give me a reference point. Then I started laying my floor out according to how the manufacturer says these things lock together. They're all a little bit different. Started on the left side working out. I think that's generally what is the way you're supposed to do these things. Now, I'm not a professional at this. I just have done some of these in the past. So remember, this is the way I do it. That's the name of the channel. So that's the way I do it. Now, this job is for, I'm doing it for someone that I know. It's not a total commercial job. So the expectations are a little bit different. So going down with the flooring, working out. And now the bad thing about this floor, you'll see I get all the way to the one end. I've worked 2 planks, and I'm working all the way to the other wall, and I notice that some of the planks are coming apart at the other end. Every plank has to come apart. You cannot fix these. If they slip, you cannot fix them in place. Now, there was one point in this job that I was halfway through with this floor and had to disassemble the whole floor to get some planks that were earlier on. As you'll continue to watch, you'll see my displeasure with this particular. So I had an incident on the way in yesterday. My boxes had been moved after I stopped to use the restroom at a rest stop on the way in. I thought that they had just moved from the movement of the truck, but I'm discovering now that I have a box missing. So someone stole one of my boxes on the trip down. This job is pretty far away from my house, so I try to bring everything I could think of. But I see now that the box with my hammers and tape measures, cutters, all my hand tools are missing. So that's what I suspected. Someone stole that box out of my truck. So it's 4:00 a.m. local time. So right now I can't find a tape measure. So I'm going to use good old tape to get started. And then later on I'll make a run into town. Pretty good distance from a Walmart right now, so I don't even think they're open. So I'll get started with this, and later on I'll get the proper tools that I need to finish the job. Okay, moving on, you'll see that I'm disassembling the floor. Right now I'm working around the air registers, and this particular floor, there's not a really good way of cutting it. I used a regular utility knife and a small jigsaw. The jigsaw, when you get in the small areas, you have no way of holding the floor while you cut it. This floor breaks, it's brittle. Not a really good way of cutting it. the jigsaw probably was the best out of everything. Other than hole cuts, cuts for measurement, cuts for length were easy. You just score the planks and snap them, and then just cut the backside, cut the foam. Now that's easy, but doing the cutouts, that's difficult. This stuff shatters, breaks, whatever. So you have to check with each individual manufacturer to see how they recommend to cut this stuff. By the end of the job, I still didn't have a good way that I would recommend, not a good way to cut this product. And you'll see I'm having a rough start to this job, a really rough start. I did find at this point, I realized that one of the keys to this particular floor was the cleanliness. It has to be surgically clean. This stuff is so sensitive to minute impurities, imperfections on the floor. That's why this is a poor floor. The tabs are too small to use friction to hold this floor together. The tabs are just not big enough to hold this floor together. Any imperfection causes the tiny tabs to be out of place, and then you either have a gap and the floor pops up, or it's not straight. So one of the keys is making sure that you constantly, I found that even carpet fibers would cause this floor to not go down correctly. So that is another reason that some type of a padding is required for all vinyl floors. And then manufacturers and dealers, they all go back and forth, either trying to sell you a backing or telling you don't need one. You do. I think every floor is going to require one, even if it has this rubber backing. If not, to just catch and have somewhere for the dirt to embed to keep the floor from keep the dirt from causing your planks to be off balance, unlevel. At least you would have, at least the dirt would have somewhere to lay instead of throwing your tabs out of alignment, because that's what I found. So absolute must keep this stuff clean. This floor must be perfectly level, perfectly clean. And moving right along, I'm almost to the end of my second day, and I was at this point very, very upset about the way this floor was going down. I should have had this floor done in about 3 hours, and you can see I go back and forth taking this floor apart, putting it back. Still no good way of cutting small areas, but still trying to move along. You'll see pulling floor pieces up, pulling pieces up, putting it back, pulling pieces up. Simply would not stay together. And at this point, you'll see I took nearly the whole floor back up, put it back down, and same problem, just on and on and on, and I gave up. Okay, it's day 3 on the vinyl floor fiasco. Hasn't gone well. And today I'm going to go over some reasons why you should not purchase floor based on the price. I'm guilty of the same thing. And I'll say the homeowner didn't know much as I didn't. I didn't know that there was such a discrepancy in price and quality, and I didn't understand all the ins and outs of this stuff. After working with this particular stuff for 3 days, I would say do not buy this floor under any circumstances. Do not buy this brand of floor. This has been a nightmare. This stuff is, no average homeowner could install this floor. This would be left to a pro to use this stuff, and that I don't think a pro would install this floor. They would be coming back and fixing problems for the years. I think that's why this floor is probably only put down by homeowners, do-it-yourselfers like us. Like I said, we didn't know when we bought this product that it was such a bad product. And let me go over a couple things with you. These click lock systems have these little channels, and you put those in and click them together, and they click on 2 edges, and you go on to the next one and click on 2 more edges. Now, having said that, take a look at the thickness. I hope you can see this. The thickness is not much more than I would say a 1/16 of an inch, maybe less than that even, and it's rubber. It's some type of rubber, and then it has a little bit of the vinyl that backs it. Now, if you look at this stuff wrong, it breaks. When you go to install this and you click it, it breaks. It's just not enough there to make a good connection. Now, also, because there's nothing there to make a connection, your floor has to be absolutely, completely level. Most floors aren't, and they tell you that you don't need a backing system for this. You don't need a subfloor, a special vapor barrier or anything like that. You do. You cannot put this floor down. I'm trying it. This is the problem that I'm having. This floor is such a poor floor, it cannot go down without some type of a backing floor, a pad. If just to catch if this floor gets a grain of salt under it, it won't connect. It is that sensitive. It is so sensitive because there's nothing to grab onto here. So we didn't know it when we bought this. It's nobody's fault. I know more about vinyl flooring now, and I know that do not buy vinyl flooring based on price alone. Do not buy vinyl flooring based on price alone. This stuff is going to wear good, but it's not going to be on the floor. It's going to be the garbage, because I know what's going to happen. The homeowner's going to get mad. They're either going to come in here with 1,000 staples, screws, nails, or they're going to rip it out and it's going to go in the garbage. So this stuff is horrible. Don't try to install this as a do-it-yourselfer. Okay, so I'm going to tell you why you should not use this product. I'm not going to name the product. I don't want any trouble with YouTube. You can figure it out for yourself. This product, this company, they know what they're doing. They know that it takes a certain amount to make a product that is quality, that will stay on the floor. And what they're concentrating themselves at a low price point. They know that people that are buying this price point are going to try to go without an underlay.
They know that, and they know that people are going to go for the lower price, and they're also going to go for that waterproof um, piece that they say. Which let's be realistic here. Waterproof means that if you spill coffee on the floor, it won't harm the floor, because if this floor gets water on it, gets any type of flooding or a water heater break or something like that, the floor has to come up anyway. It has to come up anyway. So they're kind of playing on a little misnomer there. If there's any type of a water issue, this whole floor has to come up anyway. So what it's saying is you can spill your coffee on it. And this floor is at a price point where do-it-yourselfers may attempt it, and that's not possible. Most do-it-yourselfers cannot install this floor, specifically without putting something under it and without having a completely level floor. And a lot of people that are using this product, they don't have a completely level floor. Their floors are like this. When they were put in, they were pieced together thinking they would have carpet over top of them. And when you try to go over with this product, it doesn't work. There's not enough tab on these things to lock them together. The vinyl is so brittle, it shatters. There's not even an option of going back and putting nails in this thing. I have no confidence when I leave this job that this floor is going to stay down. I think within a week, this floor will be up all over. And the homeowner doesn't really have any options. Try to shoot a nail in this stuff, it's going to shatter. Put a screw in it, it's going to shatter. You can't replace individual planks. The whole thing has to come apart. This floor is junk. Do not buy this floor, specifically home improvement people, do-it-yourselfers. Do not even attempt to install this floor. This is junk. And I think they're preying on people. I think they know who's going to buy this product, and they're preying on people right at that price point. Once again, do not attempt to install this floor. Let the contractor deal with it. I don't think a contractor would install this floor, because they would be coming back. They would never be finished with this job. It would never be finished. Once again, my opinion, don't install this floor. Don't attempt it. Don't buy it. Don't purchase it. Terrible, terrible floor.
Okay, at this point, I'm into my last day on this job. I need to get this carpet stretched so that I can get it onto the tack strip and get the strip down. And have problem with that. The strip doesn't want to lay on this floor with this thickness of pad and carpet. So I don't think that has anything to do with the stripping. It's just the fact that maybe I purchased the wrong product for this. So this was, I don't think, any problem with the manufacturer. So I'm kicking the carpet out here, getting it onto the tack strip, and there's actually some larger wrinkles in the carpet behind me, but it's been so long since I kicked the carpet, I'm not very good at it anymore, and I just don't have the back or the ability to kick this stuff very good. So a lot of the wrinkles that are in the carpet behind me, they remained. I just wasn't able to get them all out. But now I'm in the home stretch. I'm wanting to get this job done and get it behind me. This flooring has really given it to me, and at this point I'm just beside myself was wanting to get this job done and over with. I know that I'm going to be returning to this job because this floor will not stay down. It's not going to stay down. I'll be returning to make repairs on this job, and I would expect, and I fully expect the homeowner to ask me to come and repair this job. I wouldn't want to pay for this floor and pay to have it installed and have it to pop back up. So I'm sure I'll be back making repairs. But when the job's finished, it looks really nice. I think it'll wear forever. I don't think you could wear this product out. I don't think you could wear it out, but we'll have to get it to stay down. Now the finishing point is just putting the quarter round down, and I buy the pre-painted quarter round. Find that works better, and I can go back with some painter's caulking, touch up the nails, and I can get a good nice finish out of it. And then I'm just going to touch up any little problem areas, and there you go. There's this job finished. So we're getting close to the end of this thing. I hope my rants have at least taught you a few things. Hope you've enjoyed coming along on this adventure with me. I learned a lot on this job. I have installed these floors before, but I learned about quality and what to expect out of these products. I hope that you have seen some of the things that I went through, and maybe you will use this information to make a better choice on the product that you buy. And this episode's coming to a close. I did finish the job up. It wasn't what I would have liked to left the job as. I informed the homeowner that there could be some problems and that I may be coming back down to fix some issues with the floor in the future. So that being said, we're going to finish this episode out. Remember to follow me on my new adventures, the new direction of my channel, and I hope to get some new followers and new watchers in the future. So if you like the product, if you like the information that you have watched, if you like the videos, consider subscribing if you're not already a subscriber. If you hit that subscribe button right there, and then if you hit that bell icon, you touch that, you'll be notified every time that I have new content that comes available. I know I didn't have any content for a while, and for those of you who follow my channel, I do have updates coming on the nursery bathroom, and I will be putting out new content, new video. I'm going to try to get one out at least once a week, maybe 2 a week. So remember, they may do it another way, but that's the way I do it. We'll see you next time.